Hey, good evening and welcome to the 2021 Green Hills Telephone Corporation annual meeting. And we hope you can join us this evening and with our Zoom. And at this time, I'll turn the meeting over to Tom Bowman.
Thank you, David. Just reviewing the affidavit of publication. Notice was published in the Caldwell County News according to the bylaws, providing the published notice as well as some other notices that ran, but the official published notice ran in addition to the mail notice of the meeting that went out to the membership in accordance with the bylaws. So the meeting, proper notice of the meeting was given. There are 2,557 active members of the corporation. There were 106 people present who voted through the drive-through meeting. There are 338 proxy votes on file for a total of 444 present either in person or by proxy. 5% of your 2,557 members are required for a quorum. That's 128, so you certainly had a quorum. So the meeting has been lawfully called. There's a quorum present and proper notice was given. The agenda indicates presentation of 2019 and 2020 minutes. Of course, we didn't have 2020 minutes because we didn't have a 2020 annual meeting, but the 2019 minutes have been presented, and I would ask at this time for a motion to approve those minutes from any board member. Of course, since you're all members, anybody can make that motion. Willard, a second?
Second.
And I'm going to entertain a vote by voice from the board members, and I know many of you are voting proxies tonight, so that we'll declare that motion passed. If we can get a voice vote, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? So we'll approve our 2019 annual meeting minutes. And with those housekeeping details out of the way, I will turn it back over to David Adams for the manager's report.
Thank you, Tom. Good evening, everyone. 2020 will certainly be remembered as a challenging year for everyone. The work that Green Hills Telephone Corporation did for its customers and its communities over the past year was extremely important and helped our members get through very tough times. We certainly learned the importance of broadband connectivity as many were forced to work or attend classes from home. Past investments made in the fiber optic network paid off to bring the speeds needed to those working remotely and to help our healthcare providers get new testing sites up and running quickly. Green Hills also worked with local school districts to get broadband access to students who did not have it at home. I'm so proud of the hard work by our employees and for their resilience and determination to continue to support our customers. Despite these challenges, our network expansion continued. We completed the fiber to the premise build out in Lock Springs. Lock Springs then became the latest exchange with 100% fiber connectivity to every location. We also began a fiber build out in Stett, our first in that exchange, which we expect to be completed in early summer. We have plans for additional fiber build outs in both Stett and Bogard later this year. In late 2019, Green Hills was awarded a USDA Reconnect grant to bring broadband services to rural parts of Caldwell and Livingston counties. This $3.4 million project will bring fiber optic services to over 400 locations who lack broadband connectivity today. Construction on this project will begin this summer, and we are excited about the new services for these customers. The company's fiber expansion continued in Chillicothe and culminated with an event with Governor Mike Parson to announce Green Hills' 10 gigabit network in Chillicothe. This network is truly remarkable and one of only a few rural cities in the country with such capabilities. This network will bring the latest technology and the fastest speeds to the business community and support Chillicothe's economic development initiatives for years to come. While the company continues to expand and offer new services, it maintains a commitment to our rural communities and our owners. This past year, the Green Hills Board of Directors approved capital credit distributions of $733,112. Green Hills also supported its young members by announcing Bryce Wolf of Mooresville as the 2020 Green Hills Scholarship winner. Mr. Wolf attended Southwest School and will continue his education at North Central Missouri College, majoring in agricultural business. Katie Basham of Cowgill was the 2020 Foundation for Rural Service Youth Tour winner. However, due to the pandemic, the 2020 Youth Tour was canceled. Instead, Green Hills presented Ms. Basham with an $1,100 scholarship to reward her for her outstanding achievement and her commitment to her community. Finally, the company ended the year with an acquisition of Citizens Telephone Company, Citizens Cablevision, and Citizens Long Distance in Higginsville, Missouri. Citizens has been serving the area since 1908 and provides internet, telephone, and video services to residential, business, and wholesale customers there. Citizens serves over 3,600 customers in 14 communities between I-70 and the Missouri River. The strategic acquisition will enable the corporation to build scale, diversify revenue streams, and provide long-term value to our members. I want to thank all of our members who stopped by the Southwest School on Monday for the drive-through voting and to receive a gift. While I regret we were unable to meet in person this year as we traditionally have, it was wonderful to see our members and take a moment to thank them all for their support. Thank you. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Cheryl Clausen of BKD with reports for the 2019 and 2020 financial reports.
I'm here to present the consolidated financial statements of Green Hills Telephone Corporation for the year ended December 31st, 2020. The financial statements include the combined accounts of Green Hills Telephone and its 100% owned subsidiaries, Green Hills Area Cellular, Green Hills Communications, and the Citizens Telephone, Cablevision, and Long Distance companies that were acquired on August 31st. The balance sheet reports total assets of $57,864,271. The assets of the company deliver the services to the customers, provide support for continuing operations, are available to repay long-term financing, and are used to pay capital credits to the members. Providing telecommunications services requires a significant investment in capital assets. Approximately 61% of the assets of Green Hills reside in property, plant, equipment, and the related intangibles. Green Hills continues to expand outside its original serving territory through its acquisitions and service offerings in areas such as Chillicothe. Total liabilities and members' equity at December 31st, 2020, $57,864,271. Included in the liabilities are borrowed from funds from the Rural Telephone Finance Cooperative, which were used to aid in the 2020 acquisitions. Overall, the financial strength of the company is evident when you compare the total equity to total assets. 68% of the assets have been financed using equity or internally generated funds, with the remainder being financed externally. The statement of operations reflects the activities of Green Hills in 2020. Operating revenue, $13,938,406. A significant portion of the operating revenues is provided through various support mechanisms established by the Federal Communications Commission. The FCC provides support to companies such as Green Hills to be able to deploy advanced internet and phone services in high-cost rural areas. Green Hills closely monitors developments out of the FCC to ensure it is maximizing the support settlements it receives from various agencies. Operating expenses, or the costs incurred to provide the services to the customers, $12,183,874. The most significant operating expenses relate to the maintenance and depreciation on the property, plant, and equipment. Operating margins in 2020, $1,754,532. Other income from investing activities netted against expenses related to financing totaled $629,493. Income taxes associated with the operations in 2020, $250,081, bringing the net margins or the net income for the year ended December 31st, 2020 to $2,133,944. This concludes my financial report.
Okay, thank you, Cheryl. At this time, the chair would see if there's any old business to be attended to. No old business? Is there any new business? Hearing none, I will turn the meeting back over to Tom Bowman.
Thank you, David. As David Adams mentioned, this was a rather unusual year in a lot of ways. One of those ways was the fact that there was not an annual meeting at all last year, meaning that the class of directors whose terms expired in 2020 held over for until this annual meeting. So we are electing a class of directors for that unexpired term at this annual meeting, as well as a class of directors for a full 3-year term. The Committee on Nominations met earlier this year, and their report was contained in the annual meeting notice that went out to the members. The members voted on this past Monday, at Southwest School in the drive-through format, and those ballots were tabulated today, and I have those results of the election for the directors who held over for the unexpired term that now expires in 2023. In District 1, Jeff Riley, 395 votes, Philip Carpenter, 40 votes. In District 4, Steve Tarr, 434 votes. There was not an alternate candidate in that district. And in at-large District 2, Philip Griffith, also 434 votes. And again, there was not an alternative candidate in that district. For a full 3-year term that expires in 2024, so those directors whose class of terms expires this year, in District 2, Roy Thomas, 394 votes. Ramey Webb, 44 votes. In District 3, Howard Baker, 433 votes. And in District 6, David Meisel, 435 votes, excuse me. And again, in District 3 and District 6, there was not an alternative candidate in those districts either. The question of the proposed amended and restated articles of incorporation. Again, a summary of that was in the annual meeting notice that went out in the mail. That proposition passed by 414 yes votes to 8 no votes. So the amended and restated articles have been adopted, and those will be filed with the Missouri Secretary of State. With that, I believe it concludes the election results.
Okay, thank you, Tom. At this time, with no other business to attend to, the chair would entertain a motion to adjourn. Motion and a second.
Yes, sir.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, and meeting adjourned.